What is going on YouTube? It is Primitive here, and today I'm going to be bringing you a match between Rookie Rush on the left being played by just Digimon TCG. I'll have his link to his channel down below, so be sure to check that out. And on the other end, we're going to have a more control-y style LordKnightmon deck. Now, this isn't a security control style deck, which we've showcased on the channel a few times before, but it does have some interesting techs in there that do give it a little bit of an advantage in the controlling department. But the Rookie Rush will still be very, very fast, and it is being piloted by Justin, who is very competent at the game, so this will be a pretty hard match, even though I do think the LordKnightmon can be favored, especially when you have some of the techs that are in this LordKnightmon list. The speed of the deck is still just so volatile that even with these control-y style and anti-rush type cards, you're still going to be pretty far behind, especially because we can see promoting on board and playing on board. So if something like a Spiral comes out, this Andromon would just die, and then you would have pretty much nothing going for you. You'd have to build back up in Raising, which is one of the things that we do know you have to do in the LordKnightmon matchup, is you got to build up in Raising so you can play around that Spiral and build something on board that won't die to the Spiral. But just as we talk about it, the Spiral Masquerade is going to come out, clear off the Andromon, so we're looking a little bit scary here just because the board is starting to shift in the Rookie Rush favor already. You play the Cutemon, but the Cutemon isn't going to be really impactful in this matchup, just getting a rookie and putting the opponent at the minimal memory. But the Starmons will come out immediately popping a second Blinding Ray, so 2 Blinding Rays this turn, being able to draw off the Upamon now. I'm not sure what the Blinding Ray was for, if they just wanted the draw there. We'll be able to swing with the Salamon, get another draw, and if it does get deleted, you can go ahead and recover up. So let's see, gonna swing in, hit the LordKnightmon, so we'll draw and recover. Now the Upamons are shut off, but doesn't matter, did get the multiple draws there, and then just going to Digivolve to put the opponent at 1. So this is looking like a dead game. Yeah, the opponent's just going to scoop. Didn't really get there in time. The promoting of the Andromon and then into the Spiral Masquerade was just a bit too devastating to be able to get on board. So let's see how they adapt going into game 2, knowing that you're gonna have to be a little more conservative and play around Spiral, and you're gonna have to try to clear some more stuff on board, because everything that got on board pretty much just only died to security checks and wasn't ever threatened by anything else the entire game. So I'm gonna have to go with a different approach. We're gonna see the Otamamon come out, so do have the red splash in here, and as we can see, the Magna Angemon going to come out and Digivolve. Now that's a very interesting tech in the LordKnightmon style deck, so you could recover with that. Like I said, it does have control-y style aspects to it, although it is not a security control type deck. Going to swing in, the Utamamon will die to the Turimon, so pretty decent check there. And then going straight into the Kentorusmon, giving security attack -2 to all 3 Digimon, so they won't be able to swing this turn. And if this does get hit with the Spiral Masquerade, you will be able to pop something with the -11k, but as of right now, you won't be able to die to the Spiral because there's only 9k damage on board. Lotmon's going to come out, we'll take it. It looked like it was a Sukaimon, so just going to get that extra draw, get some extra cycle going. Building up another Patamon in the back, so we're going to have multiple inheritables. Going to play the Starmons. It will only play for 2 because of the Patamon inheritable underneath Kentorusmon, making it play for just 2 now. -9k coming out, going to target the Kentorusmon. Nope, going to target the Pitomon. That would have been very interesting if you targeted the Kentorusmon there, because it's only 9k, so did have a blocker out there for a second, but not going to really be useful. Going to immediately get popped, but at least the Starmons was able to pop one of the Lotmons, so now your opponent only has 4 attacks to your 4 security, so you aren't threatened to die yet, but you are looking a little far behind, just because there's going to be a lot coming out. Going to hit the TK, which will help. You'll be able to curate something as well as make it so you don't get memory choked anymore. War Growlmon, going to be very powerful. Can come out and Digiburst and just straight up delete the Lotmon and then be able to swing over the Lylemon, but Lotmon going down, not going to be relevant unless Justin does decide to play another Digimon that can be Digibursted. And we're going to see the Pulsemon come out, so now we're going to go to 3 with the TK. Can go into the Black War, or into the regular War Growlmon and Digiburst. Don't have the Pikmon activated, so you can't try to get rid of one of the 5Ks, but you can get rid of one of the Pulsemon, and then you do gain 2 memory because of both of the Patamon inheritables. And Kentorusmon can go ahead and just swing over and slash, putting the opponent at 1 and getting them down just to 1 Digimon on board. So that was a very, very strong turn from the LordKnightmon player. And now all the Digimon are gone off of board, so now Spiral Masquerade is threatening too hard. Just going to come out with the Lylemon. Now this is a bit scary just because your opponent will now have 2 swings to your 1 security, so you're going to have to play either a blocker or try to get rid of this Lylemon here. We're going to see the Kodemon go down to 0 memory here. And it looks like just a Gladiemon hit, so at least you hit something, but not probably the card that you're looking for. You're probably looking more so for Lord Knight or regular Knightmon. But going to be able to swing here, can give -1k with the Pikmon. Hits Needle Spray, which will suspend the Kodamon instead of the Slash. Interesting, want to be able to swing over that. And then just going in for the swing with the Slash, you can't really get punished too hard. If they hit a Spiral, all they can pop is the Kodamon, and the Kodamon's just going to be popped anyway. And now we're going to see the 7 Heavens be played, which is a card that I don't think I have ever seen be played in a competitive match before, giving -10k and putting the opponent at a very high memory, but at this point it's not really going to matter because unless they can get the attacks, nothing's going to happen. TK is going to come out, no cards to search, so we'll just go into play. But now the LordKnightmon player does just threaten game, even with the Starmons popping the Kodamon. You just swing with the Patamon that will be coming out, and then that stops both Spiral Masquerade because it would only be able to pop the Slash, and you'd be able to swing with Kentorismon, and it also stops the Needle Spray because it would only be able to suspend one of the two, and then be able to go in for game. So as of right now, unless they play a random Flower Cannon, and you hit Flower Cannon and are able to suspend all of your opponent's non-blocker Digimon, that is the only way to be able to get this. But Needle Spray is going to be the card that's played in here because you want the ability to add it to your hand as a Rookie Rush player, so the chances there being a Flower Cannon is pretty close to 0. So going to Digivolve into the Turimon, interesting that they're just playing instead of going for game here. You can just swing, going to swing with the Slash and then swing for the Kentorismon, but doesn't matter. Can't pop both the Digimon, so the Spiral there does not matter. Now going into game 3, you tied it up 1-1. Of course, the Rookie Rush player is going to want to go first, as Rookie Rush does, and then Digivolving into the Turimon right away, putting the opponent at 1, not getting the multiple Digimon on board that Rookie Rush usually likes to do, but still getting some decent pressure because you can have a bigger Digimon that can swing over Pitomons, as well as you have it so you have a higher chance of living in security. But gonna hit the 7k Knightmon, so the only Digimon on board is gonna go down. Gonna get the Falcomon, which is very powerful in this matchup because the DP reduction is gonna be in the multiples of 4 most of the time, and we actually are going to see a Spiral coming from the LordKnightmon player. So how the tides have turned, going to get spiraled right back with the Patamon and the Sukaimon on board, the two multicolored homies hanging out, going straight into the Pitomon. No Rookie to Digivolve, nope, gonna have the Bushi, so was just cycling first to see if they got a better Digimon. Didn't want to put the Starmons in raising, I'm sure, so gonna put that Bushi Agumon in there so that you can play the Starmons and pop the Pulsemon, lowering the amount of pressure on board. With a blocker on board too, you're looking pretty good because 2 of the Digimon can get popped. Going to go up to 2 and Needle Spray the Pitomon, so no longer relevant. They can just start swinging in. The Bushi's going to hit Starmon, so will survive. A pretty weak check there. Now, the LordKnightmon player I don't think is in the worst position because they can get rid of at least the Bushi and now probably the Araramon because both will be able to get swung over if you are able to Digivolve one of your Digimon as something like a Turimon. So we're going to see what the opponents go to. Going to go into the Black War Growlmon, which is going to be pretty powerful because now you can Digiburst the Salamon down, swing in and hit over the Araramon, and then you can trade into the Bushi if you choose. Going to swing with the Sukaimon, I do believe that was a bit of a mistake. You could have swung with the Bushi into the opposing Bushi and given the -1k with the Pikmon there, and then you wouldn't have had to trade a Digimon, but okay, just a little misstep there. Going to hit the LK off of Kodamon, so can threaten that going into the next turn. Going to go in with the Kudamon, hitting the Turimon, so now there's nothing on board for the Rookie Rush player, and there's kind of a board building up on the LK side. If they do get to 3 memory, they are going to be able to Digivolve into LordKnightmon there, and that would probably supply a lot of scary issues. We do see a Kentorismon in the LordKnightmon hands too, so if they decide to go wide, you can just Kentorismon on top of this War Growlmon, and then that will shut down these couple Digimon on board, just leaving the Salamon in back that could attack, so you aren't dead yet. Going to play the Kentorismon, and then no Rookie, I'm guessing, going to swing and hits the Purge Shine, okay? That is not anything I would have ever expected, and that is incredibly unfortunate for the LordKnightmon player. Now they are just Wicked behind, they aren't going to be able to have the attacks to go in. I've never seen Purge Shine in a Rookie Rush. Maybe that's just me not looking, but that is a pretty spicy tech, and it came in at a very crucial time because I'm not sure if the Rookie Rush player would have been able to go in for game. Going to Spiral to clear off the Kentaurus, which clears off the Araramon, but unless you have something like a Purge Shine yourself in security or in hand, you aren't going to be able to win this game, so we're going to see the opponent scoop it up. So if you enjoyed, be sure to like and subscribe because I'll be having Digimon content coming to you all the time. I hope you have a great day. Peace out.